Think spiritual awakening is all rainbows and enlightenment? Think again. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 9 dark side effects no one talks about. From feeling like an alien in your own life to wondering if you've made a huge mistake, this journey isn't for the faint of heart. Ready to face the shadows of enlightenment? Imagine stepping onto a spiritual path, expecting enlightenment and peace. But what if that path led you through a dark forest first? My friends, the road to spiritual growth isn't always paved with bliss. It's a journey that can shake you to your core, challenging everything you thought you knew. Today, we're uncovering 9 side effects of spiritual growth that no one talks about. Are you ready to face the shadows? This isn't about scaring you away from your path. It's about preparing you for the twists and turns ahead. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to join our community of seekers. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this eye-opening journey. The lonely road of social disconnection. As you peel back those layers, you might find yourself in an unexpected place, alone. Have you ever felt like you're suddenly speaking a foreign language to your oldest friends? Welcome to the first shadow of spiritual awakening, social disconnection. Picture this. You're on your spiritual journey, gaining new insights and perspectives. But as you grow, you notice a widening gap between you and your social circle. It's as if you're tuning into a frequency they can't hear. Conversations that once flowed effortlessly now feel strained, and shared interests seem to evaporate. This disconnect isn't just in your head. As we change and evolve, it's natural for some relationships to fade. You might find yourself using terms or discussing concepts that leave your old friends scratching their heads. You've learned a new language, but your social circle hasn't picked up the dictionary. The isolation can be jarring. You might wonder, am I the only one experiencing this? Rest assured, you're not. Many on the spiritual path report feeling like they're speaking a different language than those around them. It's a common, albeit challenging, aspect of personal growth. But here's the silver lining. This social shift, while uncomfortable, is paving the way for something beautiful. As old connections fade, you're creating space for new, more aligned relationships to form. You're not losing, you're evolving. And in time, you'll attract people who resonate with your new frequency. When reality cracks, the existential crisis. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, the universe throws you a curveball. Have you ever questioned the nature of existence itself? Brace yourself, because spiritual awakening isn't just about gaining new perspectives. It's about shattering your worldview. Welcome to the existential crisis, a common yet rarely discussed side effect of spiritual growth. Imagine waking up one day to find that everything you thought you knew about life, the universe, and your place in it suddenly doesn't make sense anymore. The rug has been pulled from under your feet, leaving you in free fall. This crisis can be intense. You might find yourself grappling with profound questions about the meaning of life, your purpose, and the nature of reality itself. It's not uncommon to feel a sense of meaninglessness or even despair. You might wonder, if everything I believed was wrong, what can I trust? But here's the thing. This existential crisis, as uncomfortable as it is a crucial part of your spiritual journey. It's like demolishing an old, rickety building to make way for a new, more robust structure. You're dismantling limiting beliefs and narrow perspectives to create space for a more expansive worldview. This phase, often called the dark night of the soul, is characterized by spiritual desolation and intense emotional turmoil. It's a necessary cleansing and transformation, shedding old attachments and confronting personal and collective shadows. It's not easy, but it's incredibly valuable. The pitfall of spiritual superiority. The view can be breathtaking as you climb higher on your spiritual mountain. But what if that elevated perspective is actually clouding your vision? There's a hidden trap awaiting those who ascend too quickly, and it has the power to halt your progress in its tracks. Have you ever caught yourself feeling just a little superior to those who haven't yet embarked on their spiritual journey? It's a common phenomenon. As we gain new insights and understanding, we might start to view ourselves as more enlightened than others. We begin to see the world through a different lens, and suddenly, those around us seem to be stumbling in the dark. But here's the irony. This very feeling of superiority can become the biggest obstacle on our path to true enlightenment. Imagine you've just unlocked a profound truth about the universe. It's tempting to want to share this wisdom with everyone you meet, to help them see the light. But in doing so, we often forget a crucial aspect of spiritual growth: humility. True wisdom recognizes that every individual is on their own unique journey, and what resonates with us might not be the answer for someone else. This sense of spiritual superiority can create invisible barriers, isolating us from genuine connections and understanding. It's like building a fortress around our newfound knowledge, keeping others out instead of inviting them in. The real challenge lies in maintaining an open heart and mind, even as we progress on our spiritual path. Who am I now? The identity shift. Have you ever considered that your spiritual awakening might require you to let go of parts of yourself you've always cherished? It's like playing a high-stakes game of Jenga with your identity. Which pieces can you remove before the whole structure comes tumbling down? As you progress on your spiritual journey, you might face an unexpected challenge: the gradual dissolution of your sense of self. This identity shift is a natural part of spiritual awakening, but can be profoundly unsettling. Imagine waking up one day to realize that the person you thought you were is just a construct, a collection of beliefs and behaviors accumulated over time. As you peel back these layers, you might feel a sense of discomfort, even confusion. Who are you without these familiar identities? Shedding old identities is akin to a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. It's necessary for growth, but it can feel like you're losing yourself in the process. You might find yourself questioning your roles, beliefs, and purpose. This discomfort is a sign that you're growing beyond the limitations of your old self. But here's the silver lining. This identity shift is an opportunity for authentic self-discovery. As you let go of who you thought you were, you create space to explore who you truly are. It's a chance to align your life more closely with your true self, free from the constraints of old identities that no longer serve you. The storm within. Emotional upheaval. Just when you think you've found your spiritual footing, the ground beneath you starts to tremble. Could it be that your awakening is about to trigger an emotional earthquake? Brace yourself for a roller coaster ride through your deepest, most hidden feelings. As your spiritual journey progresses, you might face an unexpected challenge: intense emotional upheaval. Imagine your emotions as a long, dormant volcano, suddenly awakened by your spiritual growth. The pressure that's been building for years finally finds an outlet, erupting in a spectacular display of feelings you never knew you had. It's as if your spiritual practice has handed you a magnifying glass, allowing you to see every emotion in exquisite, sometimes overwhelming detail. This emotional storm isn't just intense, it's unpredictable. You might feel ecstatic joy one moment, only to plunge into profound sadness the next. It's like your emotional compass is spinning wildly, unable to find true north. You might wonder, is this normal? Am I losing control? But here's the thing. This emotional turbulence is a sign of progress. As you peel back the layers of your psyche, you're unearthing unresolved issues buried deep within. It's a necessary part of the cleansing process, like how a wound must be cleaned before healing properly. The key is to remember that this storm, as intense as it may be, is temporary. It's leading you towards greater emotional balance and self-understanding. By facing these buried emotions head-on, you're developing a deeper, more authentic relationship with yourself. The burden of wisdom, sharing pitfalls. As you navigate the turbulent waters of self-discovery, a new challenge emerges on the horizon. Have you ever felt the weight of wisdom pressing down on your shoulders? Imagine possessing profound spiritual insights that you're bursting to share, only to find that your words fall on deaf ears, or worse, push people away. This is the burden of wisdom, a rarely discussed side effect of spiritual awakening. You've gained new perspectives and unlocked deep truths about the universe. And naturally, you want to share these revelations with the world. But here's the twist. Not everyone is ready or willing to receive this wisdom. It's like trying to explain color to someone who's only ever seen it in black and white. The frustration can be overwhelming, leaving you feeling misunderstood and isolated. This disconnect isn't just in your head. As we change and evolve, it's natural for some relationships to shift. You might find yourself using terms or discussing concepts that leave others scratching their heads. It's as if you're speaking a language they haven't learned yet. The key is to remember that each person's journey is unique, and what resonates with you might not be the answer for someone else. So, how do you navigate this tricky terrain? The answer lies in discernment. It's crucial to share your insights with love and understanding, recognizing that not everyone is on the same path or has had the same experiences. Instead of trying to convince others, focus on finding like-minded communities where you can freely express your newfound wisdom. Too much, too fast, heightened sensitivity. Have you ever felt like your skin was becoming thinner, allowing the world's energy to seep in more intensely? This newfound sensitivity isn't just in your head. It's a real phenomenon that can shake the foundations of your daily life. As your spiritual journey progresses, you might find yourself experiencing the world in a whole new way, with every emotion and sensation amplified. Imagine walking down a busy street, feeling not just the hustle and bustle around you, but the underlying emotions of every passerby, the joy, the sorrow, the anxiety, all of it washing over you in waves. This heightened sensitivity is a common, yet rarely discussed side effect of spiritual awakening. As your awareness expands, you become more attuned to the energies around you. It's like upgrading from a basic radio to a high-tech satellite system. Suddenly, you're picking up signals you never knew existed. This newfound sensitivity can sometimes be overwhelming, making it challenging to navigate everyday life. You might be unable to be around toxic or negative individuals as everything feels magnified. But here's the silver lining. When properly managed, this heightened sensitivity can become a powerful tool for compassion and intuition. It allows you to connect more deeply with others and to understand their needs and emotions on a profound level. The key is learning to balance this newfound awareness with self-care and energy management. The illusion of arrival. While managing your heightened sensitivity is crucial, it's just one piece of the spiritual puzzle. Have you ever considered that the moment you feel you've made it spiritually might be when your growth comes to a screeching halt? It's a common misconception that spiritual awakening has a final endpoint, a mountain peak where you can plant your flag and declare victory. But what if this belief is holding you back? Imagine you've reached what feels like the summit of your spiritual journey. You've gained profound insights, developed new abilities, and feel more connected to the universe than ever before. It's tempting to think, this is it. I've arrived. But here's the thing. That feeling of arrival can be a trap, leading to stagnation and complacency. Think of your spiritual growth not as a mountain to be conquered, but as an endless ocean to be explored. Each wave of understanding brings new depths to discover. The moment you believe you've seen it all is the moment you stop diving deeper. This isn't just philosophical musing, it's a practical concern for anyone on a spiritual path. Your spiritual journey isn't about escaping life's difficulties, but transforming them into opportunities for profound growth. This quote reminds us that the journey itself is the destination. Embracing this idea of continuous learning and growth is essential for true spiritual development. The point of no return, regretting the journey. Have you ever considered that spiritual awakening might come with a hidden cost that makes you question whether ignorance truly was bliss? As you progress on your spiritual journey, you might encounter an unexpected challenge, the temporary regret of starting this path in the first place. Imagine reaching a point where the truths you've uncovered feel overwhelming. You've peeled back the layers of reality, but what you've found isn't always comfortable or easy to digest. It's like opening Pandora's box. Once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. This feeling of being unable to unlearn spiritual insights can be profoundly unsettling. You might find yourself longing for the simplicity of your pre-awakened life. The weight of your newfound awareness can feel heavy, making you wonder if you've made a mistake by embarking on this journey. It's as if you've stepped through a doorway only to realize there's no way back. But here's the key. This feeling of regret, while intense, is usually temporary. It's a natural reaction to the discomfort that comes with expanded awareness and increased sensitivity. Like a muscle that aches after a workout, your spirit is growing stronger through this challenge. Remember, the benefits of awakening ultimately outweigh the temporary discomfort. As you integrate your new insights and learn to navigate your expanded consciousness, you'll find a deeper sense of purpose and connection to the world around you. Embracing the shadow side. Have you ever noticed that growth often comes with growing pains? As we've explored, spiritual awakening isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This journey can be challenging, from social disconnection to existential crises, from emotional upheaval to the burden of wisdom. But here's the thing. These challenges aren't roadblocks. They're stepping stones on your path to profound transformation. Imagine your spiritual journey as a beautiful tapestry. The dark threads discussed today are just as crucial as the bright ones. They add depth, contrast, and richness to your experience. Without them, your spiritual growth would be flat and one-dimensional. Remember, your spiritual journey isn't about escaping life's difficulties, but transforming them into opportunities for profound growth. Embrace these challenges. They're not just part of the journey, they are the journey. Each is an opportunity to deepen your understanding, expand your compassion, and evolve into a more authentic version of yourself.